I didn't want to be an actor, primarily because as an outsider who's not seen much in the industry, who doesn't know one single human being who belongs to the Indian Hindi film industry, you always have this image of the industry which is dirty and casting couch and all these wrong things which are attached to it. So I thought it's a big bad world, and I definitely don't want to get into it because I'd be disheartened or I'd be like disillusioned or whatever. Not that I wouldn't want to be an actor, but these things kept me away from it. So I was modeling and I was pretty happy doing that. I'd just moved to Bombay from Bangalore. It had been about 8 months and I was modeling. I was walking the ramps on fashion weeks and everything. And I told my agency at the time, I was within a modeling agency, that specifically do not send my pictures for film because I do not want to be doing films. I don't want to be going for auditions and I don't want to be doing that whole thing. But my manager did send it for this particular film, which was Rab Ne Aadi. He was casting for a girl opposite Shah Rukh. Now, nobody knew that. I did not know Aditya Chopra is directing the film. I did not know Shah Rukh Khan is going to be in the film. All I knew was it was a Yash Raj film. And my manager literally forced me into going for it. She said, don't take yourself so seriously. It's not like you're going to get it. So just go walk in and see.
You can't be that confident.
Yeah, I can't be that like, I'm like, actually, Yash, you're right. Maybe I shouldn't be taking myself so seriously. And I just walked in. I swear to God, I hadn't even brushed my hair. I genuinely mean this. I hadn't brushed my hair. I had no makeup on, nothing. I just walked in like, okay, whatever. I'll just, see how it is. Just test waters. And I auditioned for the film. And Adi saw my audition and he said, okay, he wasn't fully convinced. He said, I want to meet this girl. And they didn't tell me that I'm going to be meeting Aditya Chopra. I did not know who Aditya Chopra was. So I was sitting there with the assistant director, who is who? Manish Sharma of Bandmaster.
Yeah, I know he worked on Rab Ne.
So I'm sitting with him and I'm doing the scene with him. And he's like, listen, just hold on for 5 minutes. Aditya Chopra is going to walk in. And I was like, what? No, this is you're duping me. Like, no, meet him. So in walks Adi and I speak to him. And within 20 minutes of just being in his presence, everything I thought about the industry, all the bad things, just went out of the window instantly. I only know this time and I only know what I'm doing right now. So I mean, I don't feel like I can't put my opinion forward. You can. I don't feel like I'm shut down and I'm told, no, you shut up, you're a woman. But there is disparity, there is no doubt. I mean, there is inequality because the day you have economically or on the same level is when you can say that there is no discrimination. But there is, because I mean that's the way it is, and that is not because our industry is like that. That is because our society is like that. That is the way we see things. So it doesn't matter how much talent you have, how many films you've done, what is your level of your stardom, does not matter. If you're a woman, you will be weighed slightly lesser than your male counterpart. I think I respect Kangana a lot because of, firstly because she's a very good actor, and also because she's fearless and she says what she has to say, and she deserves to say what she wants to say. The thing is that I'm that live, let live. So I feel like there should be all kinds of people, and people should just be allowed to say what they want to say. So the thing with me is that I don't want to fight with anybody. It's as simple as that.
But you want to get your way.
I will get my way, no matter what, But I will not. I don't want to fight like that with someone because I feel like it will really slow things down for me. I can still do the same thing in a different direction, is what I think. Having said that, I do not say that what Kangana is saying is completely her right, and what she's saying is true. So it's completely correct. And I think I'm sure she inspires a lot of girls to kind of just speak up. And because of where she comes from also, she comes from somewhere where she really made things on her own, and I think there should be pride in that, and why should you not take pride in that? I take pride in the fact that I come from a non-film background and I've made my way here. It's very difficult, because people who have been in films, they don't even realize it, but of course they have their own struggles and they have all these issues of this hype that they have to deal with, and expectations and all of that. It's a different kind of struggle, but what they don't understand is,
this is a more visceral one, isn't it?
Yeah, because every day there are decisions that I was making that I didn't understand anything of in the beginning of my career. And I was like, oh my God, if I take this wrong decision, it can affect the rest of my... And I had nobody to advise me on that,
because I can't go back to my parents and tell me what I should do, and my parents will get so worried that I think I would just be worrying them, so I don't want to disturb them. So I have to shield them from it, you know. So when you get here, of course you will feel very proud of it, and you should feel proud of you know, where you've reached.
No. You know, take Morcha as
not as an agenda. Not as an agenda. I don't agree.
Why do you say
Because at the end of the day, films are supposed, according to me, they are entertainment. If they are passing on a message in an entertaining manner, that's fine, but not as an agenda. It will not, you can't preach something to people. You can't tell people aisa hona chahiye. We've been doing it since times immemorial. There have been films that have shown women as being very, very strong. Mother India, Aurat, Damini, there have been many, many films that have always shown strong women. So it is not, you know, what happens is, I feel, the minute like something happens in the country, the first people to, you know, the fingers get pointed at is the film industry. But we are part of the society. We are not away from it. If I ever was to play a girl who I felt I could have no respect for as a woman, I would never play that character.
You wouldn't?
I would never play that character. I could not. I would not be able to play that character.
That's good to hear. That's
there would
great
be no
to
conviction.
Hear.
There would be absolutely no conviction, and I would have no respect to the person who's written it for me either. I think it's very important, according to me, for the mothers to treat their, tell their sons how they should be looking at a woman also on screen. My brother is he's 28 years old. He is also obviously grown up in this country. He has also seen all these songs that have come, like, you know, item songs that you're talking about. My brother doesn't look down upon those women and think of them as some kind of like flesh and meat. He doesn't see it like that. He might think that the girl is hot, but he's not thinking that she's there for me to grope and grab. According to me, it is it's upbringing and it's education. My brother was brought up in a certain way, and so were my guy friends, and that is why they see women the way they see them. And what is very important is the way the man treats the woman in the house. I think this. See, I've never really thought about it. I wouldn't say that I'm not going to work in the West, but it has to be something that like I wouldn't do. So basically, what I'm not doing here, I'm not going to go and do it there.
Right.
So if I get this kind of work there, then I would.
Sure.
But I'm not going to do it just because I'm getting to, like, I'm working in a Hollywood setup.
Right.
Because as a person, I'm a really irritable person. If I'm not happy with what I'm doing, I can be a pain in the ass for everybody. So for me, it really has to be content driven. If I'm getting to do something differently, I really like what Priyanka had said in one of the interviews, where she said that I don't want to play a typical Indian girl, or like how like a lot of Westerners know Indians as like Apu from Simpsons, how they think like Indians talk, and when you travel abroad, they're like, oh my god, are you Indian really? Like, you speak such good English.
Right.
So yeah, of course, I wouldn't want to do cliches, right? So anything which is alag and which is representing us correctly.
Yeah.
And of course, as an actor, that gives me some kind of challenge, I would do it. I also believe that nowadays, if you look at a lot of TV shows or films, there's a lot of good representation of Indian characters there. And it's done correctly, right? Correct. Like if you see Mindy Project or something, or even like Asif Ansari, is it Asif Ansari?
Aziz Ansari.
Aziz Ansari,
yeah,
sorry.
Master
Aziz Ansari. Exactly.
Yeah,
so like, you know, and you're not seeing them as, hey, they're being Indian about things. They're like you look actors, like how you see like maybe Chinese actors on you know, how we've seen them.
True.
But yeah, but that's not something that I'm actively working towards. But if something comes my way, like I said, if something meaningful comes my way, then I would, yeah. Okay. But I think like really hats off to the two girls to have done what they're doing. I think it's very difficult to be in a certain setup, then go there and be in a completely different place and own it. And I think they're both owning it, right? So I think that's hats off to them. That's awesome.
Your character in the film, Arfa, she's such a feisty young woman. She was the strong feminist chasing her dream of becoming a star wrestler at any cost. And then halfway through the film, she gives up on those dreams. Did that work for you, given how driven you are in your own career?
See, when I read the script, this part of the film was something that I questioned, and I didn't question the script. So I thought about it, and that's the time that I questioned myself actually. It was more so that, Anushka, if something like this happened to you, what would you do? Would you, and quite honestly, I think it's a personal choice, but I wouldn't like to give up a kid for something that I'm doing, because like I said, you can always go back to that. And having said that, she's a feisty girl and all of that because of the choices that she's made in life, and this was her choice. Nobody was forcing her to take this decision. You know, it was her.
the way I handle my social media. Like, I am not somebody who's wishing everybody on their birthdays.
Right.
Okay, I'm not sitting and talking about every film that I've seen, and I keep it that way. So I decide how I want to.
How invested you want to be, right?
And I'm not liable to anybody. I want to make that very clear, and that's something that I do. So nobody can, oh, what is this? Today's this some Jayanti, and you've not,
correct.
You know,
wished.
So yeah, I might not remember, and I'm not going to be like, it's not going to be a burden on me, right? So I think firstly that is so I don't give it so much seriousness in my life.
Right.
So when something comes from there, whether it's praise or it's like the kind of, you know, the trolling that I receive, I don't take it that seriously anymore. Also, I realize that see, why are these people saying that? Would I say this to somebody? I probably wouldn't, because I would know that it's hurtful and it's not in good taste. But I think people do that because the level of evolution is not enough, and I think it's very it kind of is self you know, gratifying when you're able to put somebody else down and have absolutely no repercussions for your actions, right? So I think it's just something that you need to understand. You need to understand what it is. Like, why is it that people troll you? Why is it that they're being mean to you? Because you're a soft target. Like, you can easily be, you know, attacked like that. And if you think about it, they usually do it to women more than they do it to men.
True.
Right? Because I think if there are a lot of chauvinistic men on Twitter, they cannot accept that there's this girl who is a woman, who is successful, who is famous, who is rich, and like, what? Like, how do I like let her know what I think about this? So I'm just going to be mean. So I mean, who's been trolled? Alia's been trolled.
Yeah.
For what? For people thinking that she's dumb. She's probably one of the most intelligent people in this industry.
True.
Right? Sonakshi's been trolled. So a lot of women, you know, get trolled more. I'm not saying that the men don't, but women a little bit more, because I think they feel like it's easier to do that. And also I think that it's a